Because we've got a big week of Champions League football coming up, but it wasn't a big home match for Osasuna as they hosted Real Madrid and Pamplona, guys. Foz, that was Real Madrid at their very best, wasn't it?
Well, close to it. But actually, the first half, it's a difficult place to go, and Osasuna actually had quite a bit of the ball. The thing about Madrid is they're so strong, and this was an extraordinary volley.
One of the goals of the season anyway.
Well, it really is. It was an incredible volley. In fact, the first 3 goals at least were absolutely. I mean, look at this for a strike. That's a long way out, right? But that was a type of Madrid performance you see quite often, and they are very impressive thighs. I must give it. So for guys who used to run around with barely a muscle in their legs, that is very, very good.
I think a few women have just swooned at that.
But it was one of those, sometimes with Madrid you just get to half-time and you think, wow, that was reasonable performance. Then you look and they're 3-0 up at half-time. They're that ruthless. They just overwhelm teams. But by the second half, once they go 2 or 3-0 up, then it can become anything, because now they just start to get a lot of space as the game opens and the other team tires, and then it just becomes quite ridiculous. But in the first half, it was a reasonably balanced game, actually.
Ronaldo, 37 goals in the Pichichi race, one behind him, Lionel Messi, who scored at home against Athletic Bilbao. Bielsa played a second-string side after a very tough win midweek in the Europa League.
It was, and it was only 2 days before Barca had more time to rest for this one. You remember in the first round when they played a 2-2 draw, it was an absolutely fantastic game. Iniesta giving Barca the lead, and it was still the tactical battle here. The pressure from Bilbao is just unbelievable how they can continually kind of do it, but it's very hard to sustain, and especially against the Barcelona side, playing at home, having more rest. But it's still the work that Bielsa has done with this Athletic Bilbao side is quite remarkable, and the game against Schalke in the Europa League was testament to that. And you can also see by resting players here, his focus is now on Europa League, and they're also in the Copa del Rey against Barcelona. So he's playing for 2 cups now.
Oh, look, I think it'd be brilliant when Barcelona and Athletic can play each other with their full sides. I mean, when he brought on Muniain, the young boy, up front, and he put on Llorente as well, you could see the difference in the second half. They lifted, and because once he put in those guys, the team played better. But unfortunately for them, Barcelona, the quality all round was just a little bit too much.
When they played in the league, it was 2-2, right? The first time they league, it was it was incredibly close. But Bilbao at Nou Camp had 45% of possession, the most of any team in the last 2 years, and that was with effectively a B side.
And Barca's opponents in the Champions League, AC Milan, drew and really did hurt their title chances here, because it was away to Catania. So in the south of Italy, Robinho scored. He started with Zlatan. There was plenty of controversy in this match, a couple of disallowed goals for offside. And there is Robinho's goal. Spolly would equalise for Catania. And that's the disallowed goal there. But Catania, outside chance of a European place, so they've got their own agenda this season. But this result did open the door for Juve.
Well, Allegri resisted the attempt to rest players and started with Ibra and Robinho. They had their chances after the equaliser, but still, this is a massive letdown for them. You would have thought maybe he would have rested some players, considering he's got a massive game against Barcelona, but just shows you the importance that he's put on doing well in both. But still, massive 2 points dropped.
What about Juve's home performance against Napoli, a team also chasing a Champions League berth? And this was just super impressive. Bonucci scored first, Arturo Vidal his 4th goal of the season, the 2nd goal, and Quagliarella with Del Piero's first touch, he set him up for the 3rd goal. So Conte on cloud 9 at the moment.
Yeah, he'd be extremely pleased, and I think a lot of people are very pleased with his work at Juve this season. He's done extremely well, and even though, and it's quite remarkable as well that they're still unbeaten in the league, which is really a remarkable statistic when you enter the fact that they're second behind Milan.
And in this game, Napoli gave a lot of fouls away, and Pirlo had a lot of joy from free kicks, so it was quite dominant in that game.
And Milan 2 points ahead of Juve with Lazio, Napoli and Udinese, who all lost, which opened the door for Roma, who smashed Novara. So that means that Roma are a real chance now of a European
Don't
berth.
talk about Roma. Fozzie will start getting excited.
Okay.
Well, as soon as we start talking about Jose Enrique, Fozzie gets really excited.
I won't wind him up too much, but his lips are pursed at the moment.
No, just stay low key. Stay low key.
Big week of European football, though.
Huge.
Should be.
Yep, massive games tonight.
Huge. It's going to be great.
And
Milan?
Huge. Massive.
Milan-Barca is just going to be...
Just a quick one on that, Foz. We've got 20 seconds. What's
Right.
your prediction of the outcome at the new camp?
Oh, I don't think you can predict it. In Milan, a goal at the new camp and it's all on, and plenty, a number of teams have scored there. I don't think Barca are playing their best football. They'll need to be at their best, I think, to get past Milan.
Guys, thank you, and we'll catch you during the week.
Bash.
Okay, see you guys.
And that's the show for this evening. Before we go, a reminder of our UEFA Champions League quarter-final coverage this week. On Wednesday, it gets no bigger than Barcelona's return leg with AC Milan live from 4:30 a.m. Eastern. Remember, it's scoreless from the first leg, followed by Marseille's trip to face Bayern Munich. Bayern in the box seat to qualify. On Thursday, Real Madrid host Apoel with a 3-0 lead at the Santiago Bernabeu, with Chelsea defending a 1-goal lead at home to Benfica immediately after. That should be a very interesting match indeed at Stamford Bridge. On Friday morning, Socceroo Brett Holman is back in action following his midweek first leg heroics in the Europa League with AZ Alkmaar. They are away to Valencia. Coverage of that match commencing at 4:45 Eastern on SBS 1 and HD, and followed by Bilbao's clash with Schalke. On the World Game next Monday, highlights from Week 2 of the A-League finals, and we review the Aussie team's fortunes from Match Day 3 in the Asian Champions League. That's 9:30 p.m. SBS 2, 11 p.m. on SBS 1, and streamed online as well. And for all the latest news leading up to the tournament, be sure to head to our website sbs.com.au/The World Game. Thanks for your company this evening from the team and The World Game. It's good night.
Two-step, 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 two-step.
Bright lights, TV screen, feels like looking at a magazine. But if you let her see that man say, look, sure that you're not that shy. Let her see that man say, look, sure you're that type of guy. But if you let her see that man say, look, sure that you're not